Good evening. BC teachers will hit the picket line tomorrow morning instead of heading to their classrooms. A three-day teachers strike begins tomorrow, and a poll released this weekend by the BC Federation of Labour shows the public is siding with them more than the government. When asked the question, do you support government legislating a contract on teachers, 34% of respondents said yes, while 61% said they somewhat or strongly oppose it. The BC Federation of Labour says the results send a strong message to the Premier and her staff.
British Columbians have figured it out. They figured out what she's doing is wrong, that she doesn't need to shut down the schools tomorrow, that we can withdraw the legislation and get down to real serious negotiations with the mediator.
It's quite heartening for us because we know that there is parental support and public support for the work teachers do and for a mediated or an arbitrated settlement.
Now, this dispute is coming to a head after nearly a year of negotiations. The sticking points include wages. The government wants a wage freeze and removing the limit on class sizes. This past week, the government began legislation to get the teachers back to work. Today, George Abbott blasted the poll, saying he doesn't buy the results.
It is a classic example of push polling. I'm afraid I can't give a whole lot of weight to that poll. I have seen from Ipsos Reid some pretty good polling, which reflects probably a kind of 50-50 split in terms of public opinion. But I think the pollsters in that case must have held their nose in asking some of the questions because they are very much push polling.
Now, one part of the survey that received an overwhelming response was how the government should resolve this dispute. 80% of people said a mediator should be brought in.